Excuse me now. Hold on.
Big boy Razor, are you racing?
No. Commentary.
I know you're commenting.
Tommy.
Let's bring that. There he is.
Tommy
We'll
Bruce.
throw that down.
Alright.
Ah, he was in the Vauxhall Vectra.
Right, fuck FIFA.
Right,
FIFA
I'll catch
shit.
you boys later.
See you in a bit. Best of luck.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you.
Right, that's that one. Right, move on to
Jamie, do a party when you can.
Yep.
Your breast down, hit you from the neck down, have you screaming, oh. Neck down, have you screaming, oh.
Doing one now, right? Good luck, everyone.
Fuck me, man. Dun 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 dun. There's still 12 minutes left. They could have been on the transfer market still. What the fuck? These are hurrying me up. Oh.
The fuck up.
Will we be getting a new playlist of songs?
Potentially, yeah, potentially so. There's something coming for next week. So for this week, it's just going to be like this as normal, and then I'm hopefully going to get like a little highlights package together to go when this bit starts of each race from the week before. I'm going to try my best to work on it anyway.
I'll be screaming, oh. What's the other wee dafty gone?
Yeah, try and cut some of the music out and get some other bits in. Right, has Jamie started the party? Yes, right, best of luck, boys. Hello there.
Hello.
Right, 2 seconds.
I'm in low 47s, that's all I can get. Yeah, he's running completely shit to it. Right, I'm going to let you boys crash into one another and I'm going to pick up the pieces. I said that to my missus. What? I said literally, you can guarantee there's going to be a bloody accident, yeah? Yep. You just see how damage, you're all going to struggle. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the exciting thing, and this is why all of us at Simplay have improved our driving styles.
Yeah, boy.
The damage, we've learned to drive better. Yeah, I just made a 6 series one of that same damage, so I'm definitely a bit more aware now. Just watch out for Fury, as always say, oh, I did this wrong, it's a fucking whoa, boy, oh boy. Right. If anybody actually watches the British Touring Car Championship, Lucas Roth is basically Aidan Moffat. Okay? Hey, you have let me then. I like Plato.
Who's the Plato of touring cars? Jay? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, does that mean I've got a... Right, that's it. Jay is an absolute fucking legend because I absolutely love Plato. Sat in my Halfords Honda shirt saying that while grinning my teeth together. Yep, you're welcome, mate. Clip this one. Matt Neal is the GOAT. Right, I'm going back in the party. Best luck to everybody.
Bye, go, get rid of you. I don't want to hear you anymore.
Oh, Jamie Bracey! Just popping for a quick wee. No shining that point, I'm streaming. And this is the first professional commentary I have done since getting this job. Right, what would you think of PlayStation in Ireland? What would you think to having your PlayStation in Ireland and James's in here? That way you don't have to come off at 8 o'clock when James is here. And then yours in here.
Right, it was Peter Cox. Happy days.
We'll move our room around.
Oh, bro, you have a lightsaber. I want that. Oh, give me your lightsaber. Thank you. Now me be like, oh, you're dead now. Starts running immediately. Why can't I hit him? Thank you. Why not hit him? Ow, no. Oh, God. So you've got two missing. Yeah. Why?
Right, nice and quiet now. Best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck, Miss Joyce. Miss Bum? Listen, Miss Joyce, discuss.
That is great. What's the best?
Jamie Brady!
Right. You know him. No, the bath.
Time is it? "14 out of 18 drivers. Who is missing?"
No, not really. I was thinking to say you and Dad off to bike night again, but you got driving lesson, haven't you?
Yeah, I can't go this week. Why are you going?
Oh no, because it's meant to be really nice weather.
No, I can't. Because I'm driving.
You're driving Ned Flanders' car. Oh yeah, that's another one I need to add.
Ooh.
Another note.
What facts have you got? What notes have you got?
I'll not tell you in a minute. Yeah, that's a double. I think so. Right. Let me just write this one. Right. So I've got quite a few. So
I've got just like key ones.
I've got track length.
Yeah.
Then I've got like loads of things that have happened in like different races
Right,
around
okay.
Brantash, like key moments.
Right.
So Senna Proctor 2018 race 2, 27th to 1st.
Okay.
Plato 2009 race 3 when he got hit up the rear by Johnny Adam and drifted it round Paddock Hill.
Okay.
Rydell and Reed 98 when Reed smashed Rydell up the back and Rydell then threatened Reed in the pit lane.
Yeah.
96 Roberto Ravaglia blocks menu on the final lap to let his teammate Cox through.
Yeah.
Track Brands Indy hosted road racing events for the 2012 Paralympics, which Alex Zanardi won.
Right, okay, so you've got some other ones to me then. Right, okay, because I've got length, I've got lap records, I've got how many corners are to the right, how many corners are to the left, and stuff like that, basically.
Yeah, I've got
So you've got more sort of like shit that's happened at the circuit, and I've got more like circuit info. That's fine. So if I do the circuit info, and then we'll just chime in where and when.
Yeah, like say if I say, oh, like what's your favourite like some of your favourite memories around the track and stuff. Also got Mansell 98 hit by Mark Glemmer in the Vectra race 1, then knocked off in the same place by Peter Cox in the Honda race 2.
Right, you two.
2007 massive start line crash involving Matt Neal and his reigning champion Matt Neal in his new Honda Civic Type R, and rookie Matt Jackson in 98 Tiffany Dell guest appearance in the Nissan Primera.
Copy that.
And in 2014 race 1, Jordan and Plato go off at the final corner on the last lap.
Fucking that's the wrong way, you dipshit. Ah, quick. Copy, close. Properties. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport here for the start of something very, very new to us all. It is the British Touring Car Championship, and what a day it is here. The 3rd of May 2022, and the British Touring Cars will finally take place on Simplay Motorsport. What a stage for these guys to be on. What a platform for some newcomers and a lot of returning faces to be in. I'm Matthew Duffin, your commentator, as always, and I'm joined in the commentary box on this Tuesday night and every Tuesday night for the next 7 weeks by my good friend Jamie Brazier. Jamie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Matthew. How are you?
Very good, thank you. The Btcc, but we've been dying for it. The season started a week ago in the real world, where we was all at a lot of us were at Donington Park, and the season starts for us now, here and now. Are we excited for this one to get underway?
Oh yeah, very excited. I think a lot of people know how much I love British touring cars, and I think everyone knows how much you love British touring cars as well, so I can't wait for this one to get going.
Absolutely fantastic to see a lot of drivers out there on the grid. We are expecting a full 16 driver lineup out there. We only have 12 in at the minute. Everybody should be in. Nobody said they can't make it. We'll run through the drivers that are on the lineup today. We currently have Lucas Roth on your screen at the moment. He's driving one of 4 Mercedes-Benz A-Class cars on this grid tonight, in kind of an Aidan Moffat kind of vibe to this livery. This young Scotsman Lucas Roth, aka Keegs, out there on the track tonight. And his man Fury, we've seen what he can do in the GT3s. We'll see what he can do now in a Renault Megane, the monster liveried Renault Megane. One of 7 Meganes out there on the track tonight. Fury, a man that you've got to keep your eyes on in these touring cars. Next man up, Gary 131, and what a sight to see. Gary, for those who know Gary and have seen Gary in the past and everything, you'll know that this man is one heck of a touring car driver, and by God, could we see something outstanding from him tonight in his BMW. One of 3 drivers to take on the challenge of the BMW. And just to say as well, everybody is an independent driver. There is no teams in this. They are all independent drivers. What a stage for Gary to be on tonight. Cobb, then, brand new debutant for the Simplay Motorsport season. Cobb is a man who could be on a mission this season in his Renault Megane, the number 55, the blue and yellow liveried car of Cobb, ready to take on everybody in this Touring Car Championship. What can he do this season? WSRCJ, he's another debutant to the season and another man in the Renault Megane, another guy eyeing for glory in his Renault. The green liveried with black and white with the rainbow stripes. WSRCJ is one to watch in this championship. Smoky Devil, returning favourite in the Pro Thursday night, as he got promoted in the GT3s. But what can he do in his Renault Megane tonight? Can he do the business in his blue and white liveried coloured car? And Plava, the man who took me all the way in Pro-Am last season, is in the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, and that's a running theme for him this year. In the Mercedes AMG in the GT3s, he's in the A-Class tonight in the yellow and blue liveried with the red wing mirrors. Can Plava finally take a championship here in the touring car category? Bryn 85 then, the man in Pro-Am who had an up and down season in the BMW last year, looking to do the business in another Renault Megane, the number 19 liveried car. Can Bryn finally get himself onto the podium? Can he maybe push for a couple of race wins? Monkey Boy, returning favourite of a few drivers here in the Pro once again on Thursday night. And tonight, he takes on the same Pirelli livery, just with the red wing mirrors, as Gary 131 and Monkey Boy looking to do the business in the rear-wheel drive car here tonight. Next up, we have Craig E28 in the kind of Adam Morgan Mac Tools looking liveried Mercedes-Benz A-Class. What can he do? Another man who we saw made his debut Sunday night in the F1. Can he bounce from that one? Welshie in his blue and white Renault Megane as well. The Pro-Am runner-up of Season 1, and he's been in Pro a couple of seasons, just missed out on the promotion last year with the Scottish Showdown. Can he, though, get podiums, get race wins? What can he do in his Megane this season? John Boy, a favoured driver to look at in this series. The same colours as Amplava, just the blue wing mirrors for him. What can John Boy do? He's got some tricks up his sleeve, and it'll be great to see him take a few wins this year. The three-time Pro Champ, not in the GT3s, but you'll see him in the Opel Astra, the number one, kind of a Jason Plato Power Max liveried kind of looking car. He's running the number one, unorthodox 16, probably one of the favourites going into this series. The three-time GT3 champ going to the front-wheel drive Astra. It's going to be interesting to see what Dan can do this week. And I think that covers just about everybody. We haven't had this man, DJ Phil Green, in his Astra as well. Can he take some glory? The Astra, the slowest car out of them all, but surely with a few setup tweaks, the Astra can be an absolute machine. Nick Villa, another one for many people's favoured drivers this season. What can Nick Villa do in his Renault Megane? Which means the only driver we are missing is Mazda in his BMW off the grid. Now, I know Mazda's currently in the middle of moving house, so that might be the situation as to why Mazda isn't here. But either way, Jamie, a 15-car grid for tonight. A lot of guys rapid. A lot of guys up there that can take wins off of each other. Dan, the favourite going into this one?
I can't really say he's the favourite because there are quite a few people who could win this. So I don't really think there is a favourite. I think you just got to kind of pick your luck really for this at the minute.
The 1.92 kilometre track, that's 1.208 miles circuit, 6 corners here at Brands Hatch. Which car is going to be the favourite round here? The Renault Megane we know is a bit overpowered on Project Cars, but is it going to be the BMW, the Astra, the Mercedes to stop that Renault Megane's dominance?
I think really it's probably going to be the Renault Megane tonight. I don't think there's two quite long straights here. Well, I wouldn't say they're really long straights, but decent sized straights here at Brands Hatch. But I just don't think it's going to be they're long enough for the BMW to work. And
it's great to see so many. Oh, sorry, carry on.
Say normally in the touring cars, you don't normally see rear wheel drive doing quite well around here. Normally you see the likes of the Hondas doing quite well around here, the Astras sometimes, but yeah, it's mainly the front wheel drive cars. The Fords normally go really well around here, the motor-based cars. Indeed they do.
Great to see so many new debutants on the grid tonight. We've got the likes of Jay, we've got the likes of Nick the Villa, John Boy's a debutant, as well as Craigie made his debut on Sunday night in the F1. You've got Cobb as well. A lot of debutants out there on the track. Who's striking as one of the most exciting drivers out there?
I'd probably have to say some. At the minute, it looks like Cobb say he's quickest so far in this session. So, and Nick the Villa as well. Say he's looking very quick.
So let's just run through the format for this one. It's a 10-minute qualifying, followed by a 20-minute race, and then race 2, Jamie, something very special, isn't it?
Yeah, race 2 is a very special race. Anyone who watches the touring cars knows what the final race normally is.
So race 2, we'll have our traditional reverse grid race. So 15 drivers in, which means the top 7 cannot qualify. Unless Mazda gets in, the top 7 cannot qualify for race 2, which means they will all be randomly reversed at the back of the grid. The other 6 will then be able to qualify. Or the other 8, should I say. And then it's for the top 4 finishers of race 1, for this week anyway. The top 4 finishers will have 100 litres of fuel, which kind of plays as a ballast to what we were saying in the touring cars. Obviously, this year they've got the new hybrid system, which is their kind of ballast. But we've got 100 litres, adding a lot of weight compared to what the guys would normally run. So for these guys, Jamie, they've got a lot of work to do for the guys who's got to run the 100 litres.
Oh yeah, definitely. It means it's say their break-ins probably a lot earlier than it would be say that to get a North Dubs at the minute. He's running 6.3 litres. Say if he wins, gets top 4, gets 100 litres, then that car is going to become a different animal, and he might struggle through the second in the second race.
Indeed he will. So the way this is going to work, so this race is the only race of the season where everybody will be no ballast. It'll be exactly the same weight, well, bar what the cars weigh. Everything's a level playing field in this first race of the season. Going into next week, the first race of next week, so what is effectively round 3 of the championship, will be a case of the top 4 in the championship will have to race the race one next week with 100 litres. So this, Jamie, is gloves off, level pegging, who can do what.
Yeah, so like we normally see in the touring cars, it's the first race and first qualifying session is really seeing who's really got the outright pace, and then once the ballast comes in, it's a whole different story. You can see people who would normally be up the back, if they've got less fuel in, they might be able to capitalise on people having more fuel in as the session has ended. Cobb and Fury have got exactly the same time.
Yeah, look at that. That's a fantastic qualifying for Cobb and Fury. A couple of guys coming to the end of their laps. I think Jay done, Gary done as well. One guy just coming to the end of his lap. But what a qualifying session for Cobb at the minute then. Monkey Boy down at the back of the pack, just a bit slower than DJ Phil, but a lot of learning to do in these touring cars compared to what they're normally used to in the GT3s. And for the first time this season then, Cobb will be the man on pole position, so will take an extra point for pole position, already getting himself a point on the board for that pole. He will be tied with Fury, but Fury doesn't get the point because it's registered as Cobb on pole position. Nick the Villa in P3. Dan, cracking job for him in the Astra up in P4. WSRCJ in P5 with John Boy 6th, the first Mercedes. Smokey Devil down in 7th with Gary the lead BMW in P8. Craig E down in 9th place with Lucas Roth in 10th. M. Plava down in 11th place. Not used to seeing him qualify so low, although this is the first time I actually get to commentate on him. Welshie down in P12 with Bryn 13th, not far off the back of Welshie. DJ Phil in 14th place with Monkey Boy in 15th, bringing up the rear. Now, Jamie, as always, you have to watch the rear-wheel drive cars off the line. This BMW should, if you get the right start, be like a machine. So watch for Gary from 8th, watch for Monkey Boy from the back of the grid.
Yeah, so they should be off like a rocket. So I'm having not driven the touring cars that much, I don't know whether it's like the normal rear-wheel drive cars in real life touring cars where it takes a lap to warm the tyres up. I mean, with the track being this short, it should take at least 2 laps to warm the tyres up.
Indeed it should. Watch for Gary then from P8. Watch for Monkey Boy from P15. Everybody in the chat. Mummy D, Fury's granddad. PM Motorsport, Fury's mum. Afternoon, Laura. Hunter Daniel cheering for Fury, as well as Tyler Fowler. Smithy in the chat. Mark Afford in the chat as well, saying go on John Boy. Little Leach as well cheering on for his bro. Obviously, Little Leach not teaming with his brother this year. Little Leach teaming with the GOAT. Smithy in the GT3s. I've got the joys of teaming with Gary for this season. And can Gary get off to a great start here in this one? While we just wait for these drivers to ready up, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Season 5 of the GT3s. Me and Dan Davis will be live with that one in the Pro-Am. Full Pro-Am grid. Some more debutantes in that. And some interesting car choices. Little Each has to be one of the favourites. And I believe it's yourself and Dan on Thursday night as well. Again, not too sure. We'll have to confirm that tonight. But I believe it's yourself and Dan. On Thursday night in the Pro, and what a Pro series that looks to be. It's a good lineup in there, some quick guys.
Yeah, so there's definitely some quick guys, and yeah, hopefully the racing will be as good as last season.
Drivers just making final setup tweaks then as we go into this one. So the pole position then was a 46 by Cobb. That's broken Tom Ingram's lap record of pole position, which was a 47.990. Can anybody beat Matt Neal's race record set in 2011 of a 48.490? We'll find out. We're about to find out because we've got 3 red lights and it's green and go. Nobody gets away really well, but look at that BMW in the mid-pack. Gary 131 there, coming through using the BMW's advantage. He's already gained 4 places on the standings. He's to the outside of Dan in turn 1. That's a wiggly McGann that Dan can creep up the inside of, and Gary just getting a bit boxed in, but Cobb and Fury away very well. Dan up into 3rd place ahead of Nick the Villa, who's wide at Druids. In fact, he's in the wall at Druids. Big damage for Nick the Villa there then. Gary a bit further back, trying to fend off John Boy. Gary just clipping the Graham Hill bend curb there, and he comes through, but Dan attacking Fury. 2 wheels on the grass. Into Surtees they come. Fury holds him off into McLaren's. That's John Boy all sideways through there as well. But so far, Jamie, all clean.
Yeah, all clean. Monkey Boy and Nick the Villa have had an incident on lap 1 because they've fallen off the back a bit. Gary made a brilliant start and he's just off the back of an Orthodox. It's side by side between Craig E and Lucas Roth going down in towards Paddock Hill.
With Nick the Villa, with WSRCJ on the back of these as well. Britain's just dropped down to 12th as John Boy's got back ahead of him. Gary now up into 4th and can sat after the leaders. Craig very deep at Druids. That allows Keegs up the inside. And Amplava and WSCJ, but it was all a bit scruffy and they tap each other there. And Craig manages to hold on here. And that is a wide Welshie as he comes off at the Graham Hill bend. Lucas Roth all over the grass trying to have a look at the back of Craig E there then. And Bryn on the back of Welshie now. But look at this gaggle of cars. And Welshie, 2 wheels coming through Surtees there then. Has he managed to hold it together? I think so. He's still ahead of Bryn. And Plava getting a run on WRSCJ. Here comes Jay though, and Smoky Devil and John Boy, and not far off the back of these are Welshie, Bryn and DJ Phil. There's Monkey Boy in the background, but look at this gaggle of cars into Paddock Hill Bend for the 3rd time. And he's just tapped him wide. And them 2 are teammates this year in the GT3s, Jamie.
Yeah, that's going to cause a bit of tension already. And Plava keeps it off nice and good, but he's down in 13th. Smoky Devil's now lost the position to side by side with John Boy. John Boy trying to go round the outside of him.
John Boy looks like he's got work to do because he was battling with Gary early in this one and then dropped back. Bryn wide at Graham Hill. Just to note as well, damage is on, fuel is on, tyre wear is on, but no pit stops. You don't have to pit. John Boy hitting McLaren's curb there really hard and somehow manages to keep it through clearways and down the Clark curve they come now. And somehow John Boy sticking on the back and Fury up the inside of Cobb at Paddock Hill. And in the lead of this race, Dan and Gary not too far behind, just keeping interested. 17 minutes to go here, and Fury then leads. Has he gone deep at Druids? No, manages to get it stopped. Dan all over the Druids curb there. Not a place you kind of want to find yourself. And Gary just kind of watching and waiting at the moment.
That's I think that was Lucas Roth going wide. Craigie's gone up the inside of him and he's got up to 5th place. So Craigie is doing very well here. WRCJ all over the back of Lucas Roth now as well.
Yeah, he is. Jay with Welshie and then John Boy. Bryn not too far, with Smokey. Welshie and Bryn not too far back off of this pack as well. Top 13 covered by 10 seconds at the minute, so it was really, really tight so far. As Mummy D says, new names to learn, lol. Only just got used to use, lot. There's a lot of new names to learn in this series. There's even more to learn tomorrow night, but here's Craig from Lucas Roth with Jay looking up the inside at Paddock. Can't get it done there. Did have a wiggle, did he? Hit the curb hard. He's trying. He's got to undercut here. Has he got enough to send one up the inside of Lucas Roth? He has. Bit of rubbing and bumping, touring car style. And they're 2 abreast, 2 by 2. There you go. They must be going into Noah's Ark here as they come out to Druids down to Graham Hill. It all sort of single files and sorts itself out, and all using a lot of curb on the exit.
Yeah, WRCJ using the grass there, and he's got ahead of Craig 5th. Craig is kind of a bit of a cork in the bottle here as Lucas Roth looks up the inside. Craig's going to try and run the outside. That's not going to work, and it's probably going to give the run to Lucas Roth and John Boy. I was going to say Lucas Roth there needed to close the door on John Boy because John Boy was having a look underneath, and I tell you what, Keegs hasn't really defended here, and John Boy's going to look up the inside of Lucas Roth. They tap! John Boy sideways, Keegs sideways in the grass, and Lucas Roth loses out to Welshie and Smoky Devil. Will he lose out to Brennan and Plava as they come up the hill towards Druids? Welshie's got up the inside of Smoky Devil, so the Scottish showdown has carried on once again here. And who's that? That's John Boy, who's made a mistake, or has he given the place back to Lucas Roth? Well, she goes a bit wide, and this is going to give the position, give 7. No, he stays in front of Smoky Devil.
I wonder if John Boy there's gave the place back to Lucas Roth. I wonder if he feels that he may have been at fault for turn 1 and has gave him the place back out front. There's a 3 breakaway here because Gary's just not able to stick with the front 3. Fury leads from Cobb, from Dan, from Gary. Gary actually the quickest man on track last time around.
Yeah, that BMW's now got its tyres up to temperature, and Gary's hoping that he's able to show his true pace in the BMW.
He's hoping that these 3 as well have a bit of a battle. Fury, Cobb, McGann. Then it's Unorthodox in his Astra, Gary in his BMW, followed by Jay in the McGann, Craig in his Mercedes-Benz. He's the lead Mercedes. Then it's Welsh, then it's Smoky Devil and Welsh in the McGanns, Bryn in his McGann, followed by Lucas Roth, Emplava, John Boy. And then it's DJ Phil, Monkey Boy and Nick the Villa. Monkey Boy just struggling a little bit here with Nick the Villa getting on the back of him. But look at Lucas Roth trying to get past Bryn. And that is John Boy all over the curbs coming through Surtees.
Yeah, he's just done Emplava for 11th.
And Plava didn't get the best to run. Down through the Clark curve they come. Now down the start straight. Bryn looks to go defensive. He keeps a nice line into turn 1. Is Keegs going to think about sending it? No, because Bryn shuts that door. Parks his car brilliantly. Misses the apex though. And now is Keegs and Lucas Roth got to run up the inside? He has. And he's got John Boy as well. John Boy backs out of that one. Lucas Roth up the inside. Bryn turns in. And as he turned in, Lucas Roth went a bit deep. And as Lucas Roth goes deep, pushes Bryn and John Boy wide. And then Plava back up the inside. And this, Jamie, an absolutely cracking battle.
Yeah, Bryn gets up the curve, and John Boy's now back on the inside. Is he going to get? Is he going to get the pair of them?
Looking 3 abreast here. Bryn just tapping the rear of John Boy. There's a bit of contact, and look at this. These 3 here, these 4, should I say, are all over the place, just tapping each other, bouncing off the curbs. This is proper touring car racing.
Yeah, this is touring car racing that we know and love. Cobb's only half a second behind Fury.
Gary's bringing the gap down. That gap's now just a second between the top 4. See, Gary has brought the gap down a little bit, a couple of tenths, in fact half a second over the last lap or 2. Gary really starting to fly at the minute. Wow, that's DJ Phil well off in the background. Nick the Villa's managed to get past Monkey Boy, and that was DJ Phil well off at Paddock Hill Bend.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, what's happened to Dan, Gary and Cobb here, Jamie? Because Fury all of a sudden has a 9/10 of a second gap. Has he just had a better lap at 47.6? Oh. Gary a little laggy there. Yeah, the second, third and fourth all just a little bit off the pace the last lap compared to Fury.
Or is this Fury just starting to stretch his legs, or is Dan trying to have a go at Cobb?
Possibly so. Gary is lagging like mad here, as here's John Boy up the inside of Keegs. Keegs tries to get it cut back underneath for John Boy at Druids. Can't get that done though, because John Boy's got it done, an absolute treat. Bryn and Emplava still in this battle as well, Jamie.
Yeah, Bryn and Emplava are just kind of waiting at the back, hoping that Lucas Roth falls and John Boy.
17 people. Sorry, carry on. 17 people currently watching the stream. 10 likes. Guys, girls, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. If you are new, the GT3s are back this week. And then we had to Monza on Sunday night for the F1. But it's all about Brands Hatch Indy tonight in the touring cars. And Fury now has a second gap over Cobb now. So Fury starting to pull away, and Smoky Devil trying to get on the back of Craigie here. This for P6 and 7 then, as WSRCJ. And you look at the leaders again, look all back into the 47. So round back around Fury's times once again, and just starting to maybe try and close that gap. So maybe a bit of a scruffy lap for Cobb, Dan and Gary then on the last time around. Gary, the biggest loser out of them all, was a second behind. He's near enough 3 seconds behind Fury.
Yeah, so you got little... So he's got that little battle pack kind of halfway around the track from the leading battle pack of John Boy, Lucas Roth, Bryn and Emplava. So DJ Phil and Nick the Villa are together. Phil!
And I tell you what, that reminds me of Jamie. Tom Onslow Cole back in his Vauxhall Vectra had a huge crash at that part of the track. Yeah. Very similar incident. Bounces off the Arnco and come across. Very nasty accident.
Someone's gone off it. Oh, there goes.
Someone's gone off that. DJ Phil, Nick the Villa. So Nick the Villa's had a lot of damage. That's Gary. That's Gary lagging like mad.
Yeah.
Gary lagging?
Gary's been off it. I think Gary's been off at Paddock Hill.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's lost out to
Yeah, look, he's gone
to WSRCJ, and he's got Craig and Smoky Devil on the back of him. Nick the Villa then's had to pit.
Fury's had a bad lap as well because Cobb's back within half a second on him.
He is, but where's Dan? Dan, quickest man last time around, not really had the best of laps. Yeah, look, Gary, a 55-second lap. That's a bad lap for Gary 131. And has made a mistake somewhere that's cost him a place. What it has cost him, though, Jamie, is at the minute the top four, Jay, Unorthodox, Cobb and Fury, will have to run 100 litres in that second race. The top seven are Fury, Cobb, Unorthodox, Jay. Gary, Craig and Smoky Devil cannot qualify for the second race at the minute. As Craigie round Graham Hill bend, Smoky Devil right on the back of him still.
Yeah, Smoky Devil's not really forcing the issue at the minute. Gary's gone off there again. Oh, it's just...
Is that... Yeah, it could be his leg, couldn't it?
Craig, yeah. So Smoky Devil's not forcing the issue. Nick Lavilla's in the pits probably from his damage from DJ Phil. I imagine Craig possibly doesn't want to push on too much and catch up to Gary because of his lag. And Smoky Devil's kind of not forcing the issue because I don't think he then wants to catch up. The gap's 0.2 of a second, Cobb to Fury.
Cobb to Fury, yeah, and Dan, within 0.8 of a second as well, is coming with them. He's being brought into this little battle. Dan, just slightly quicker on the last lap than the two in front of him. Gary and Jay back into the 47s as well. Smoky Devil, a 10th quicker than Craig last time round. John Boy, 47.6, he's flying as well. Bryn down in the 52s at the moment, struggling at the minute, Bryn, but he's got to learn the new car. He'll be in the Audi tomorrow night with teammate and brother-in-law, Shenron, new to the league. Nick the Villa, I think, is able to leave the pits. He looks like he's at a funny angle, but yeah, he's able to leave the pits.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there.
Nah, but he's probably just waiting for everybody to get through so he can come out the pits in clear air. And
had a massive slide there.
Yeah, so did Gary. Gary into the gravel as well, and Smoky Devil up the inside at Druids. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots. Job done.
Yeah, he needed no second invitation there. He was straight up the inside like a rat up a drain pipe.
Smoky Devil in the GT3s, Jamie, has come on leaps and bounds over the last two seasons and now has a real opportunity to show what he can do this season in the Pro and here in the touring cars.
Oh yeah, he's got a... Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Jay.
That's Jay off. See Gary back to P4 and Smokey and Craig up into 5th and 6th. Where then is John Boy in regards to Jay? John Boy right behind him now, right on his tail, right on his exhaust pipe to come up over the line and to go towards Paddock Hill Bend. Fury defending. Did he go a little deep? He did. Looking, giving Craig an invitation, Cobb an invitation of the inside. Can't get the job done. These three looking feisty at the moment. Here they go through Graham Hill on that exit curb. That is Monkey Boy in front of him, who's a lap down. Evening to Aidan Bennett. He's looking forward to Pro-Am tomorrow night. So it'll be great to see Aidan Bennett back. We have lost Nick the Villa.
Oh, Cobb has a bit of a lock up there, and he's lost a little bit of time. WS, what's happened to Jay again? He's gone off again.
He's had another moment. He's behind Bryn now, and DJ Phil will slowly be catching up to him. He's DJ Phil's 8 seconds off the back, so Jay has had a nightmare in this opening race of the season. Smoky Devil up into 5th, and he's gaining on the back of Gary 131 here. Jamie, Smoky Devil absolutely going great guns.
Yeah, he's showing his true pace now. Now, this is his season to put his name in the Top Dogs of Simple Motorsport. If he can do well this season, he will be regarded as a very good driver. Simply, I think there's a little bit lag as Gary go. Oh,
Gary's lagging like mad. Smoky Devil last lap was just a couple of hundredths slower than Unorthodox, so showing that his pace is as quick as the leader. Fury's got a bit of respite out front. He's just opened the gap up a slight little bit as he was half a second quicker than Cobb on the last lap. And as they come to the line now, what is Smoky Devil? He's kind of around about that second mark, even into Disco McDisco Face. Crosses line of 47.9 to the top 5, all in the 47s. And you get the feeling that John Boy could be incoming on Craig with 6 minutes left of this race to go.
Yeah, so Smoky Devil has left Craig for dead. And he's putting all his work into getting after Gary. But I imagine that lag is really putting him off.
I don't know what we're seeing here. Yep, so Gary is back on track and away. But what we do know, Dan has got up to second. He's got past Cobb. So has Cobb made a mistake somewhere? The lap times. Yeah, it looks like he's had a moment somewhere, Jamie. I wonder if he's ran a little wide at Graham Hill. That's someone wide at Paddock. It's not the leader, it's Phil, keeping right out the way. That could allow Monkey Boy to gain onto the back of DJ Phillip into Druids. He'll gain on the back of him, but isn't close enough. So it's Fury, Dan, Cobb, Gary, Smokey, Craig, and John Boy, who cannot qualify. And Dan is going to be on a mission to get past Fury. Here's Bryn. He's got Jay half a second in front of him. So Jay's got past Bryn somewhere. And can Bryn follow Jay and sort of learn this Renault Megane to get back in front of him? 12th place for Bryn. Not bad on his touring car debut.
Oh, Smokey. I thought Smokey definitely got through on Gary, but I think that was a bit of his lag. I think Britain has made a mistake somewhere because he was right on the back of M. Plava.
Yeah, look at the lap times. Look, 51 seconds from Bryn compared to the 48 of M. Plava and the 48 of Jay. So Bryn's made a little mistake, but every lap Bryn must be driving this Megane. It must start to fill in with a bit more confidence and get used to the way this Megane drives.
So every lap. Oh, Jay had a bit of a wiggle there.
Has Cobb had another bad lap here? Because Danny's right on the back of Fury, look. And Cobb hasn't gone with him here. Fury are flashing the lights. Not quite sure who that to. There's no back markers in front. You've got to watch that Fury in the GT3s. The stewards will be watching that one. Did Dan flash there? Oh, cheeky. Might have to jot that one down, Jamie Brazier, I reckon.
Did he flash more than twice?
I think he might have done. As to the line they come then. 4 minutes remaining in this race. We're on lap 20. Cobb's had to pit. What's his fuel? I don't think Cobb's making the end of this race on fuel. I think this is a splash and dash. This could have just given Smokey Devil a podium because Smokey's got past Gary. What's happened to Gary? He's dropped to 7th. He's disconnected. He's lagged out. 14th place for Gary 131.
Dan is all over the back of Fury now.
Well, this has changed the top 7 dramatically. Sorry, Jamie.
John Boy's now on the back of Craig as well. So John Boy could get 4th place here, or is he going to wait behind?
Look at these. Let's go through the leaders from the leaders to the downwards because Cobb pitted. Cobb's in the pits a long time. He's been lapped here.
Has he got suspension damage or something?
Possibly so. Where from? I don't know. Dan's sliding through.
He's still not going.
They are repairing. So let's just check everybody's fuel here. So it's Fury on 15 litres. Dan then has 9.3. So Fury might be running something a bit too much fuel. Smokey Devil's got 10 litres. Craig. Wow, Craig's going to have to pit here. Yeah, what's John Boy running? John Boy's got 7.2. 11 litres for Keegs. Welshie's got plenty in the tank. 26 litres.
Craig, Welshie could stop and give Craig some fuel.
Who's next? M. Plava, 11. He's fine. Jay, he's got 13 litres. He's fine. Bryn, he's got 20 litres. He's fine. Next up, DJ Phil is flying. Dan, though, side by side into Paddock Hill Bend. It's Dan up the inside, and it's the 3-time pro champ who's taken the lead at Paddock Hill. 2 minutes 14 left. Fury looks to the outside of Druids. Dan locks up his brakes. Bit of a tap up the rear from Fury. Down to Graham Hill. Dan will be as defensive as ever, but Fury stuck his nose up the inside. They tap. They touch. They keep it together.
Fury was so determined to get back up the inside there. I think he could have just waited a little longer, got a decent exit off Graham Hill and tried down the straight because he would have had the run on the Astra.
Dan has been patient all race, sitting in 3rd place behind Cobb and behind Fury, and now he leads it by 0.3 of a second. And Fury's having a look again. Dan is drifting through Paddock Hill, a bit of a wiggle nearly into the gravel trap, and Fury cannot do anything about it. Cobb's still in the pits, not sure what's happened to Cobb's race. Craig is in, he is out of fuel. Can he get to his pit box? That will be the question. He's out, he's not going to make his pit box. Craig has messed up this first race. He is out of the race. Cobb is still not yet to get going, and Craig is out of this race but could still beat Cobb. Fury and Dan are still tapping each other. They're all bumping each other now. Fury still tapping the rear of Dan, and they come through Clark Curve one last time to start what will be the penultimate race of this, the penultimate lap of this first race. Bryn on the back of WSRCJ. Yeah, and the back markers are Bryn and WSRC. Bryn's past Jay. Jay's wide. Jay's in the gravel, and this is all happening in front of them. Jay's rejoining. There's the two leaders.
Dan defends really well. Fury's going to look for the cutback. He gets up on the curb. Is he going to look down the inside of Great Hill? No, he's going to wait. He's going to wait for the straight. He's going to get in the slipstream. Is he going to go? Is he going to do what Andrew Jordan did to Jason Plato back in 2014?
We might get one last lap in here as Bright on the brakes is Fury a little earlier than Dan. Tries to tuck underneath. Oh, he's giving him an absolute almighty tap, and somehow Dan hangs onto it. And Fury and Dan now, they're side by side, coming over the start line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is it the end? No, there will be one last lap, and Fury up the inside of Paddy Hill leads the race on the final lap of Askin. Dan twitches left and right. He can't get it done to the outside of Druids. How's your nerve, Fury? He's not going to get it done round Druids. Fury holds him off now to Graham Hill. Here comes Fury and Dan. Graham Hill bend hard on the brakes is Fury. Up the inside of Graham Hill. They've got Bryn. They're not going to be focused on Bryn. Surely Bryn's too far out the way for these two. Bryn's going to hang on for an 8th place after everybody's misfortunes. Dan's lost it. He's off. He's going to get 2nd place, but for the first time in the touring cars, your race winner is going to be this man, the monster liveried Fury. With the win for Teletubbies racing in the GT3s, Fury takes the opener. Dan comes home for 2nd place. That's Jay in the background who's going to come home for P9. Smokey Devil will come across for a podium, a P3. Great drive from Smokey. John Boy got past Craig as Craig retired from the race for P4. Lucas Roth, he's going to come home for a 5th place. Welshie a P6. Oh, wow. Welshie P6 in this one. Here he comes. DJ Phil finished P10. Monkey Boy has finished P11. That is Ann Plava to finish 7th place. Bryn
coming around the final corner. He's got an 8th place. It says points in the bag, and he's learning about the car. So, say in race 2, hopefully he can build on what he's learned from race 1.
Now we wait for fastest lap.
I imagine it's going to be Dan.
46.9 from Fury. Just going to check when it loads up properly. But a 46.9. Yep, yeah, Fury.
46.9.
Fury then will take the fastest lap of the race. Jamie, if you're able to save replay.
Yep.
Thank you. So Fury takes the fastest lap and the extra point, and what a start to the season. We're going to be right back in 5 minutes' time with the reverse grid race and the top 3. I thought we could have been speaking to new people today, but we are speaking to an old familiar top 3. We'll be back in 5 minutes. What a cracker. What an absolute cracker.
Well, I don't think Dan's going to be happy with Fury.
No, not at all.
Not at all. But the thing is, 15 years ago, that's a normal move in touring cars.
Yeah.
That's a normal move in touring cars. If it's GT3s and he does that, then it's straight up penalty. But because it's touring cars, it's a bit different.
Why won't that sort itself out?
Oh yeah. For qualifying for next week, is it they're allowed to run any fuel they want, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
I did just have a bit of a thought.
Well, I was hoping they wasn't going to, but as far as I'm aware, as far as I'm aware, they get to run whatever fuel they want. Yeah.
I was going to suggest to Dan about them because in touring cars that they have.
Yeah,
to
they run. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did talk about it, but I don't think that's going to be the case. What an opener.
Felt so sorry for Craig. Oh.
I know. Imagine.
He was doing, say, compared to how he was with F1, and then he goes, he was running what, fourth, up in the top 6 for most of the race.
Right, so I'm just waiting for everybody Born Master to get in.
Yeah, when I saw what was it? Tickets for Miami over 600 quid.
Yeah, that's a joke. That is a joke.
But the thing is, like, that was them, like, like, if you bought them from F1, now they're all gone. If you buy them off, like, Ticketmaster and all that, they're $800.
Yeah, that's a joke.
But say what was it? I had a look to see how much it was to go to Spa. Spa's sort of sold out, so I thought, oh, just have a look to see how much Spa
Spa's
24
one of
hours.
the cheapest, isn't it?
But I had a look to see how much Spa 24 hours is. £45.
Yeah, it's not a lot to go to Spa. Spa's one of the cheapest F1 races.
Yeah, and then I think Silver's in comparison to Miami's like near over half the price.
Right, get the top 3 in.
Yep, so that was Fury, Dan, and Smoky Devil. When it loads, come on, this side of Christmas. Fury, Dan, Smoky. There we go.
And then...
Well done, Smoky.
Hold on, mate.
Aye, that was unexpected, that one.
Oh, where they are now. Put your handbags away, boys.
Yes, Plato!
Put your handbags away, boys.
Put the handbags away and put the books and gloves
What
on.
handbags?
King Fury couldn't have hit you any more times if he tried, could he?
He was lagging on my screen.
Yeah, he was lagging a bit on our screen. Not as much as... Yeah, just a little bit. Not as much as Gary.
Not as
Let
much as Gary.
me do an internet test a minute.
Quite a few people lagging. I think I was lagging as well, was there?
Gary was literally bouncing all over the track.
And he wanted to overtake him in case he hit me.
Right, so who are we missing now?
Nick Villa. No, Nick Villa's in. Is it? No, Craig.
I'm gonna do an internet test as well, just in case.
Nick Villa, Lucas Roth, DJ Phil, Jay, Craig, Smokey, Welsh, Monkey Boy Fury, John Boy, M. Lava.
Fury's just... we've lost Fury and Dan. 16, 17.
Yep.
Fury and Dan.
Sorry,
I was
just
testing my
doing an
internet.
internet test.
Yeah, no, you're alright.
Making sure I wasn't lagging for anyone else as well.
Oh, crap.
Who are we missing from the first race?
Master.
How do we monitor the front runners on fuel? Fuel. I'll tell Welsh that in a minute.
Right, so top 4, Jamie. So when we get... No, but don't forget, he said the other day, didn't he, that they've just got to cancel us, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he might be moving at the minute. He did say to us the other day. Them and his missus have just got to cancel us. Right, so let's get going. Jamie, when we get to the grid for the race, we need to make sure that Smokey, Fury, Dan, and... Who finished 4th? John Boy have all got 100 litres.
Yep. So it's going to be whether John Boy has it in. You know, they three will have it in.
I'm a little bit surprised that the Astra stuck with them again.
Gary's leg looked bad behind you, though.
Oh, mate.
Oh, Gary's
horrendous.
Right.
Do I sound like it anymore?
No, you didn't sound laggy earlier anyway. Just...
I think it's because I had my stream going. and my phone was going off and everything, so I've turned all that off now.
That was fun to commentate on that. I've missed touring cars. Yep.
Yeah, those last few laps were a lot of fun to commentate on.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and Cobb and Fury were on it.
Cobb hit something.
I don't know.
Oh.
Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the top three in the commentary box at the moment. We have just lost Smokey Devil. Hope to get him back in. Well, I haven't seen him leave the party. We hope to get Smokey back as soon as possible. But we're back here for round two, ready to go. So the top seven cannot qualify. So Fury, Unorthodox, Smokey Devil, John Boy, Lucas Roth, Welshien and Plava cannot qualify for this next race, which means they will be starting at the back of the pack. The others are free to do as they please. Smokey, are you there? We've not got Smokey with us at the moment, so we will then head to Unorthodox 16. And Dan, Touring Cars, it's back on the it's finally on the Simplay calendar. I say it's back, it's finally on the Simplay calendar. And that was what a start to the season to kick things off.
Yeah, one bad start. Good little fight between myself, Fury, and Cobb at the start of the season. So yeah, I enjoyed it, considering I hate Brands Hatch and I hate every single circuit that we're going to go to. But yeah, good start.
Astra, obviously a little bit down on the other cars in terms of its power and maybe just ability to keep its tyres in check compared to the Meganes and BMWs. But you seemed to hang in there well with the two Meganes early on in the race. Was it kind of bide your time and get to and attack Fury and Cobb at the end, or what was the plan?
Well, from what we've figured out in testing, it was only short laps we've been doing. So 3 to 5 laps is what we've really been doing. So I didn't really know what the Astra was like in full trim. And it seemed to hang on quite well towards the end. I was just catching Fury. He was making a few mistakes here and there. But again, like you probably had in the Acura, Matt, the Astra, you literally have to be on it every single lap. And it does not like to turn in. It does not like the front left. And it's a handful to go fast in. Not necessarily be like a handful to drive, necessarily a handful to be quick in.
Race 2, reverse grid. You're used to a few reverse grid races in your time here at Simplay Motorsport. What's the plan?
I know there's going to be a lot of fast guys in front. A couple of people are a little bit laggy as well. So it's kind of just keeping my nose clean and just avoid getting damage and then just pick them off one by one. And hopefully we can get a win in the Astra. That's the goal.
Well, wish you the best of luck, buddy, and we'll look forward to seeing you out there for race 2.
Cheers, guys, and well done, Fury, on.
And we've got Smokey Devil back in the commentary box as well. Smokey, third place, but a pretty unexpected one for yourself.
Aye, that was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near the top 3 tonight.
Going forward into the choice of car this year, the Megane pretty much the obvious choice for a lot of people. Did it treat you well in that first race?
Aye, that was alright. Aye, for first race to the season, that'll do for me, do you know what I mean? Top 3, but aye, Megane's probably the best one out there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen you at Simplay Motorsport come on leaps and bounds and seem to get better every season you're in. You managed to get a promotion to the Pro last season from GT3, podium this week. That bodes well going into Thursday night.
Oh, aye, it just builds you full of confidence, do you know what I mean? To just keep going the way I'm going.
What can you do race 2, buddy?
Just hopefully stay out of trouble. That was the main part of the first race, do you know what I mean? Just picking everybody off that was just doing stupid mistakes or getting out wide. And hopefully me do the same. I didn't get any damage at all, so that was quite good.
Well, we wish you the best luck, mate, and have a good one race 2.
Aye, nice one. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. And we've got your race winner in with us as well. And Fury, tell you what, that's a nice little way to do it, isn't it? Not only that, but to get your 24th race win and only be 11 behind Unorthodox now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a battle with him. Couple rubs and taps, I guess, but...
Picking up stuff from last weekend.
Oh, yeah. Always got to bring it back, haven't you?
You qualified exactly the same as Cobb, with exactly the same time. And I've just read your message saying you couldn't get any closer between P1 and P2. You got him done early on in the race. Was that important?
I know I've obviously raced with Cobb before, and he is a great defender, so getting past him as early as I could was the main goal, and just obviously keep the laps consistent and hope that the tyres didn't overheat as much as they did, which obviously was a downfall towards the end. But managing to keep the McGann's pace somewhat decent and keep it going, it was a good race, yeah.
A good race for yourself, and a good race for the new racing roster, I suppose. The Teletubbies outfit of the new team for this Thursday night. Obviously, a first win for their name under the belt. You've got, like you say, you've got to go forward from this race too. What can you build on from this first race?
Obviously, just got to try and go where the car will go. Obviously, with the ballast and the starting from the back is going to be a bit of a tough one with the front left playing up as well. But just got to keep going.
And just finally, was it them autographs of Josh Cook and Jake Hill that spurred you on to get this win?
Of course, you know it's got.
I'm taking an assist for that one then. Cheers, buddy. Best of luck. All right, we'll have half a win each. Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah.
So, JB, then going into this second round of the night, as we know, the top four. Fury, Unorthodox, Smoky Devil and John Boy have got to run 100 litres of fuel, and that is the key here. 100 litres of fuel for these guys because of their ballast going into this next race. What do we think the ballast is going to do here? What do we think is going to play out with this ballast? Because obviously we don't do anything like this in the GT3s. What do we think is going to happen with these guys having to run a heavy car? I mean, we look at Phil. Phil's 2 seconds off the pace, but on 94 litres of fuel. So what do we think the front runners are going to have to feel and experience here?
So the top four, they're just gonna have to brake a lot, well, not a lot earlier into the corners, but they're gonna have to brake earlier. They're not going to be able to get on the power, and the car's just going to feel probably very sluggish round the corners, round the fast corners, and down the straights. So the likes of Cobb and Gary could be rubbing their hands together here, as long as they stay out of trouble, because they can put as much fuel as they want in, or as little fuel as they want.
Yeah.
And yeah, they'll be fine. But look at the top three.
Yeah.
Cobb, Gary and Nick Lavilla, all separated by 1/10 of a second.
That's absolutely fantastic. The top four separated by just over 2/10 of a second as well. And for Nick Lavilla, it's all about points here. Has he come away with only 1 point to his name? And Cobb as well. Yeah, he got the pole position, but he only come away with 5 points in that race, tied with Monkey Boy. Craig E and Gary need points in this one as well. So Cobb could have back-to-back poles here. Are we going to see Cobb? Do we reckon he's going to be the Andy of the touring cars? Fantastic in qualifying, but sort of the second man in the races, because early on Fury got the job done. I know it's early in the season, but Cobb seems to be the qualifier at the moment.
Yeah, he does. He does seem to be the qualifier at the minute. But you'd rather have decent race pace than better qualifying pace. You'd rather focus all your attention on race pace than quali pace, because at the end of the day, you score point. You can only score 1 point in qualifying and score a lot more points in the race.
Indeed, you can. The top 6 separated by just under a second, as Bryn is currently in that 6th place spot. Monkey Boy's a second and a half off the back, so he's clearly found a bit more pace in his BMW. Here comes WSRCJ. Down the straight. Can he improve on his 4th place? Currently 2/10 off the back of pole. Crosses the line. No improvement there. The next car to cross the line, I think, is Craig. And then Nick Lavilla. So will Craig improve his time? No. Nick Lavilla to the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. The next one is DJ Phil Green. Down in 8th place. 2 seconds off the back of pole. He doesn't improve either. I think it's then Gary who's next to cross the line. But I think this is an outlap.
Gary comes across the line.
Yeah, indeed it is. Outlap for... Oh, no, it might not have been, actually. 54 seconds. He'll get another one in. Nobody now will be able to get another qualifying lap in. So who's the next... everybody who's on track will get one more.
Jay's going to be the first one to cross the line. He comes towards the line, down the pit straight. Is he going to improve on 4th?
No, but he's got his final run here. Craig E, though, where's he? 7/10 off the pole. Can he get any closer? No, he can't. Nick the Villa, just a 10th off the pole. He can't improve. DJ Phil, 2 seconds off the pole. Can he find any more time as he crosses the line? No, he can't. The next one then is Gary. Gary will get one more run in. Everybody on their last runs. Unless you're in the pits, then you're done. Gary to the line, just can't beat it. And Jay will be the first to finish qualifying here. He's a 10th down through Sector 2 and had a huge moment. Good qualifying from Bryn to be within a second of Cobb. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's all very... The top 6 are all very close. And the top 7 are as well. Monkey Boy's only about 5/10 off. Jay doesn't improve, so...
Craigie...
Craig across the line. Does he improve?
No, he doesn't. What about...
He improved on time, I think.
Yeah, he didn't improve on place. Nick the Villa was slow, so he didn't improve. DJ Phil, can he improve? 2.073 off the pole. He doesn't improve at all. Now then, Gary 131. What can he do as he comes to the line? The last man to complete qualifying. Does he improve on his time? No, he does not. So for the second time tonight, it will be Cobb on pole position then, and will get an extra place, an extra couple of points then, an extra point, should I say, for the fastest lap. But it's Cobb from Gary, Nick the Villa, Jay, Craig Bryn, Monkey Boy, DJ Phil, Smoky Devil, the first of the non-qualifiers from Unorthodox, Lucas Roth, P11, with Welshie 12th, Fury 13th, John Boy and Emplava in their yellow and blue Mercedes right at the back. Jamie, who's your tip for this one?
I'm going to go with Gary as long as he can keep his internet under control. And I know that's a bit rich for me to say that.
That's brilliant.
But I mean, you'd put all your money on Gary doing Cobb off the line. I mean, I was going to say you could shut your eyes and you could shut your eyes 30 seconds after when the lights go out. 30 seconds later, you know Gary's going to be in the lead.
Indeed you can, and I tell you what, Gary, he loves a Cobb, or a roll as he likes to call it. Can he roll off the line and get away from the Cobb, though? That is the question. Watch for Monkey Boy in 7th place as well. Gary was starting 8th in the last one, and Gary went from 8th to 4th, so Monkey Boy's going to have it all to do. The final 20-minute race, just check. Unorthodox 100 litres, Smoky Devil 100 litres, Fury 100 litres, John Boy 100 litres. So they are all within the rules and regs of the ballast. Everybody else looking like they're running 30 to 30 odd litres. Nick the Villa's it said 0 for a minute. I was a bit worried.
Wow, how's Craig put enough in? He's put 32.
Right, so he's gone a bit more than a few others. Bryn's running 41, so I reckon Bryn's got more than enough in. Right, back to the front as we're syncing up here and we're getting ready to go. Jamie saying Gary, I think I'm going to have to go with Gary as well. And we've got 3 red lights and it's green here. And is that BMW off the line? Of course it's off the line. And Gary rockets into the lead as Jay and Nick the Villa just have a bit of a door nudge there. Bryn looking up the inside of Nick the Villa into turn 1. In fact, he's trying to split Villa and... Nick the Villa. I think that's a bit more lag than being tapped by Bryn there. Oh, they're sideways. That's Bryn. Nick the Villa. And I think... Was that Craig involved as well? Oh, carnage!
Yeah, Dan's been involved.
Dan's been involved. That's DJ Phil involved. And Plava's been involved as well. Craig E was another man. Smoky Devil as well involved in that one.
I think Craig has returned. No, Craig is still going.
We have lost one of the drivers. We've lost... I don't know who we've lost. Doesn't tell us on the timing screens either, so we'll have to figure that one out at the end of the race. But we have lost a driver in the pits, but it's Gary, Cobb, Jay. We've lost Lucas Roth.
Yeah, we have.
So Lucas Roth hasn't got going there then. Did he not ready up in time?
No, I think he readied up in time. I don't know. I wonder whether he wasn't there because he didn't get a very good start. So I wonder whether it's disqualified him for not being there.
Possibly so, not too sure. Either way, Gary from Cobb from Jay. And then look at this. That is Monkey Boy, Bryn, Fury, Welshie, John Boy. And then Unorthodox. Fury around the outside of Bryn. Bryn just a bit too cautious. Welshie's tapped the rear of Bryn. And Bryn manages to keep it going. Welshie's gone round. And Nick the Villa, John Boy and Dan have had a moment as well. So has... Is that Nick the Villa as well? No, there was another car. Yeah. Was it DJ Phil? I think was also off. No, DJ Phil I think was off. At the last corner, there was a car on the inside, and I think Nick the Villa was off then. Fury for the win, says Tyler. Hunter, Fury for the win, let's go. Smithy, up we go, Gary 131, and that is a Nick the Villa that is very, very wide and a bit more damage in this first race already. Fury's got past Monkey Boy, he's up into fourth.
John Boy's looking around the outside of Emplava.
Who's that in the background? That's Nick the Villa and Welsh having a bit of a ding-dong with Craig E coming onto the back there.
That's Smoky Devil.
Oh, that is Smoky Devil. No, you're right. Sorry, Smoky Devil. Yeah, Nick the Villa and Craig E with DJ Phil. 20 people currently watching, 12 likes on the stream. Guys, girls, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new. But Gary... No, that's Monkey Boy. Wrong ring mirrors. Monkey Boy's got Bryn. Bryn showing some good pace in this second race here.
Yeah, I think Fury on that lap has done Monkey Boy.
Yes, I think he did him at the beginning. While the drama was going off back in the background, I think Fury did Monkey Boy at the beginning of the lap. So far then, down the hill, Monkey Boy trying to defend from Bryn, and Bryn can just patiently wait here to try and get past Monkey Boy, who hits Graham Hill curb a little bit too hard.
Emplava's had a... Something's gone wrong. Oh, what's good?
That's Nick the Villa and DJ Phil.
DJ Phil.
And Smoky Devil, it looks like, who's all had another moment. And I tell you what, is it Welshie? It is Welshie. No, apologies, yeah.
Smoky Devil's up into 8th place. He's just behind Dan. You've got John Boy behind him.
Now, this is interesting. John Boy and Dan and Smoky might be carrying some damage here. And they've got 100 litres in the fuel. Fury's got away with this one. Look at the lap times of Fury. 3 tenths slower than Gary. Matching the same lap time as Cobb, though, out front. So Fury still got... Cobb's got past Gary. WRJ's got past Gary. Gary must have made a mistake on the way down to Graham Hill.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's touched the grass there or something. But yeah, he's now down to third. And he's going to be ruin that mistake. Gary's going to try and go for a wide in, tight. Yeah, wide in, tight out. Down
Gary then.
Can you get in the slipstream?
Work to do for Gary 131. He's got to get his head back in the zone here, and he's got to prove that he can get back to the front of this pack. He still leads Fury by a good 4.6 seconds at the minute.
Yeah, he kind of missed the apex there and lost even more time to Jay in front. I'll tell you what, he's got to be careful, because look who's the car behind.
Yeah, Fury the car behind, and Fury 47.5, even with that 100 litres of fuel. Even with that 100 litres of fuel, Fury showing that he's still got a lot of pace. Peaceful Explosion in the chat saying Nick's lag is causing a few issues. I wonder if that is the problem, is the lag from Nick the Villa. We have had a few people lagging tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, saying Nick. There have been quite a few people lagging tonight. I wonder whether it's just been a PlayStation error or...
Yeah, I wonder if the PlayStation servers have been a little funny, because I know I've raced with Nick the Villa. He's never lagged this bad. But saying that, neither's Gary. And Gary got disconnected in race 1 for the lag. John Boy on the back of Smoky Devil. These two both having to run the 100 litres. Dan within 3 seconds of Bryn, so just chipping away slowly. But Dan's got damage on his car as well. So can Bryn capitalise? A top 6 for Bryn would be absolutely fantastic on his debut out in Bryn. Just slightly slower than Monkey Boy on that last lap. John Boy, his lap time compared to Smoky Devil, a 10th slower. So Smoky being able to pull away. Craig a bit slower. Welshie quicker than the 4 cars in front. Welshie quicker than our Orthodubs on the last lap. So can Welshie get the job done here? Craigie deep.
Yeah, Welshie's going to be all over. Gary's struggling. He's dropped to 2 seconds behind Cobb now. Let's have a look at his lap time as he comes across the line. They all do He's dropped 3 tenths though.
3 tenths of a second though. It looks like he's dropped more than that at this moment in time, so it's not too bad. Disco, Gary in the slingshot livery, says Disco in the chat. The Pirelli livery that Gary always runs. Welshie with that front bumper flapping around in the wind. Is he quicker than Craig this time around? No, he's a bit slower. Look in the background though. Emplava and Nick the Villa are going side by side with DJ Phil just behind them, and Emplava up the inside. Not used to seeing Emplava run so low down the standings as what we are tonight in the touring cars. Nick the Villa though, British touring cars all new to him. And he's got to learn these British tracks as well as these touring cars. And so far, P12 at the minute. And wow, Nick the Villa is lagging a little bit there. DJ Phil couldn't get through. Further forward, Where is their battle? Jay's only 4/10 off the back of Cobb. Bryn within 7/10 of Monkey Boy. Good outing for Bryn at the moment. Dan in the background, a second and a half behind, slowly chipping away his unorthodox.
Yeah, so you hope one. Oh, Monkey Boy's had a wiggle there.
Yeah,
Is
a
this
big
gonna
slide.
put us on- Yeah, is this going to? I think Dan's just hit the Dan just hit the gravel there.
Yeah, I think he's all right. I think he's got away. We only lost a 10th of 2. But it's Bryn and Monkey Boy that are getting really close and really looking interested in this one here. So Dan will just be patiently waiting. Fury scoring good points in the second race, as well as he did to the first race. And Bryn setting Monkey Boy up. Now, does he look to do him at Surtees and into the Clearways corner? Through Surtees they go. Monkey Boy using all the curb, and Bryn looking to dart up the inside. But Monkey Boy closes the door and says, no way through there. But I tell you what, he's got a lovely run. And Bryn up the inside through the Clark curve, down the start straight with 12.5 minutes to go. The McGann just being beaten for pace by the BMW at the minute, but on the brakes into Paddock Hill. Bryn backs out of that one.
Oh, he's had a little wiggle there. He's going to be able to get up the inside.
Tucks up. He's got to run, Jamie, and Monkey Boy can't cover it off. Bryn late on the brakes. Too late on the brakes, and slides. Manages to somehow get it stopped, but this has brought Unorthodox right into play.
I tell you what Bryn has done there. He's done what your idol has done. What your idol always does. He's done a Plato.
Indeed he has, and what a touring car move from Bryn, and up the inside you go. Cobb now has a second over Jay. And where's Dan going? Straight onto the grass. Bit of a snap there from the Astra, and onto the grass. Bryn's had a moment. Oh, and he's been tapped by Monkey Boy. He's kept it going, and somehow Bryn keeps on the track. Now Dan on the back of him pulls to the outside line, down towards Paddock Hill Bend. McGann versus Astra. Bryn up the inside. Will he get Dan done? Does Dan try and go the long way round? No, he's wide. Very wide. That'll be the damage that's... Oh, he's off!
Dan's got off! It was like...
Jamie, that will be the damage of Dan, just causing him to not be able to turn in as much, I reckon.
Yeah, he looked like he had a massive amount of oversteer there, and Monkey Boy's got back past him.
Monkey Boy's got back past him, and Craigie looking up the inside of Druids, but Dan kind of being boxed in here by these two. That is Nick the Villa parked up at the side of the road. He looks like he's done in this one. He's had a shocking start to his Simplay Motorsport career at the moment. And Dan down to 9th. Somehow Bryn kept that going for 5th place.
Yeah, he's kept it going. He's now... So this will fill him with so much confidence. The fact that Dan's had a mistake behind him. He's caused the 3-time champion to have a mistake.
Yeah.
And he attacked Monkey Boy very well. A pro driver at that as well.
Yeah, Bryn starting to come on leaps and bounds in his 3rd season. Here he's also raced the Renault Clios. He's on Formula 1, teaming up with Goten Duffin. He's in his 3rd season of GT3s. This is the 1st season of touring cars. And look at Monkey Boy with Dan on the back of him and Craigie on the back of Dan with Welshie not too far behind. And that Astra, it hit the wall. It's just getting a bit more damage every time it goes around this track at the moment. We're on lap 13, 10 minutes still to go. Nick the Villa has got to the pit lane. He's had an awful night tonight, bless him. Hopefully he can get to the end of this race. Dan tucking underneath the BM, but that BM's going to out-drag him in a straight line.
Yeah, he's got no chance of it. Nick the Villa's got massive suspension damage.
Yeah, it's crabbing down the pit lane. Where is Fury? Fury's lost. He's in the gravel again, struggling to turn in on the right hand, as it looks like, Jamie, at Paddock Hill. Dan pushing Monkey Boy through Druids.
Yeah,
he's done him.
Yeah, he's done him. He's done the old push to pass.
The old push to pass. Dan then up past Monkey Boy, and Monkey Boy drops now to P9. But Fury not catching these guys now. Is that fuel just starting to hurt them as Gary starts to come back at the leaders? That time from Gary's dropping down then to the 2 leaders.
Welshie looked like he was going to... Oh, there's contact there between Craig and Welshie. I think Monkey Boy's gone off as well.
Monkey Boy's off as well, but Monkey Boy will hold them 2 places. Craig and Welshie have had a tap, and they've both gone round. Craig's got to be careful at get going here. He has. So Welshie's got to be careful, because there is a quick end Plava coming, and now Phil's coming as well. Has Bryn made a mistake somewhere? Because Smoky Devil, he must have done a 49 last lap. Seems a little slow for Bryn. Bit wide there as well.
He just needs to calm it down a bit. So he's running it. Even if he dropped behind John Boy, it's still...
Well, let's not forget, Smoky Devil and John Boy, not only have they got a bit of damage on their cars, we reckon, but they've also got, they're also two of the cars that's got the 100 litres of fuel. And this ballast does seem to work here, because Fury's not gaining on the leaders as quick as he'd like. Look at this gaggle of cars.
Yeah,
DJ Phil is getting in the way of the leaders. Yeah. That is also Welshie, who moves out of Gary's way. Now, the touring cars, you've got to get out of the way of the back markers. So DJ Phil... wrong place, wrong time at the moment. And Jay looks up the inside of Cobb. Can't get it done, though, there. Is that a little Welsh flag I see on the back of Jay's car? Nice touch there at the back.
I think it is.
Go, Jay. And he's a Plato fan, he told me. So there we go.
We'll see as he comes into paddock.
Yeah, look, that little Welsh and Irish flag on the back of the car there for WRSCJ. So go on, Jay. Gary, though, clears Phil. And Welshie now looks to attack Phil in the background. That will be for 12th place. Welshie up the inside at Druids. Job done. Thank you, Mama, for the carrot. Smoky Devil on the back of Bryn. Here they go, then. You can tell Smokey's got a bit of damage compared to Bryn. Depends what Bryn's got on the rear after that tap from Monkey Boy at the Clark Curve. Down into Paddock Hill Bend. 7.5 minutes left in this race. Jay within 0.2 of a second. Bryn not managing to get the run on to the out of Paddock Hill. Druids corner. Smokey up the inside. Bryn looking to try and tuck back in there. Bryn, you could see the move he was going for didn't pay off. He's got work to do, but the leader's within 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, so although he's lost another position, this is still a brilliant drive from Bryn.
Yeah.
So this is going to fill him with confidence for tomorrow night.
It is indeed. Gary is now under a second. That's Monkey Boy. That's Craig being lapped. That's Emplava now being lapped. Emplava needs to stay wide because not only is there Jay, there's also Gary 131. And Emplava manages to let the leaders through. And Branzach Indy throwing up all sorts of drama with the back markers here. You know the next man is to be lapped. It's Unorthodox. He's at the start straight though, so it doesn't look like he will be lapped this time around. But so far, Cobb, Jay, Gary. Jay's a little wiggle. Cobb was locking up. Gary looking like he could try and capitalise. Was 0.3 quicker than the pair of them last lap. Look at the BMW use the slipstream. That's 2 flashes. Turn your lights back on. You're allowed more than that if you're in a GT3 car. But Gary thinking, hey, this is the touring cars. I'll flash all I want to flash. Jay wide, misses his apex. Runs wide, keeps it out the gravel just about. Gary looking for the run. Best of the late breakers. Sutty to sent it.
Jay goes up the curb. Is that going to compromise his run? Gary's going to look to the outside of Graham Hill. He's going to look towards the straight. Jay runs.
All this helping Cobb here. Cobb's now a second clear of Gary. This is all helping Cobb out. Look at Welshie and DJ Phil catch on to the back of Monkey Boy and Plava and Craig in the background. Cobb locks up. Jay has a bit of a wiggle. Gary seems to break earlier into clearways, but then come out a lot quicker.
Yeah, he seems to just say with him breaking earlier, it means he can just get back on the power a bit quicker.
Down to start lap 19, 5.5 minutes remain. Jay a little wider, even more here. Does touch the gravel, I think there a little bit. Gary can have another look to Jay to the outside.
Jay goes defensive.
Gary's a clever Sutty in the comments. You're right, I would have, as he would have sent one on Jay there. Gary, though, still struggling to get past. And can Gary, who's wide at Graham Hill, he's struggling, but these three leaders are doing brilliant. John Boy's got past Bryn. We've missed that one. But John Boy up to 6th, Bryn 7th. Still a good night for Bryn.
I think Bryn's had a mistake because look, his last
53 seconds, yeah.
He just needs to stay in front of Dan now.
Get back on it.
4 minutes left. Craig has done Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy has had a mistake because he's
dropped behind Welshie and DJ Phil, hasn't he? In fact, is Fury about to lap them, but Craig trying to attack Emplava. Gary's dropped off the back of Jay. Who's that? Welshie! Wow, huge moment from Welshie. His bonnet's off. That is huge damage. Monkey Boy will get past. Welshie might have to pit to repair that unless he can drag it to the end for 13th place. But WSRCJ is right on the back of Cobb and has pulled a bit of a gap over Gary once again.
Yeah, this right, say between the top three is Eben and Flo. Jay has a little wiggle coming through there.
Very loose coming through this back part of the track. He's Jay's within half a second of Cobb. Cobb driving a fantastic race. Gary got close but couldn't get close enough to get a pass done on WSRCJ. And Jay in second place trying to attack now. He's defended for a couple of laps. Now he's trying to become the aggressor and he misses the apex at Paddock once again, but it doesn't seem to hurt him too much. And up to Druids for the 21st time in this race. 3.25 minutes to go. Oh, Gary, huge snap out of Druids there.
Well, she into the pits and not.
Yeah, this could give Nick the Villa another place here.
Jay is hounding the back of Cobb. He's going to try and force a mistake. Oh, Jay!
Another wiggle. Every lap he seems to have a wiggle out corner.
Yeah, he seems to just throw it through there. Gary has dropped a second off.
Let's just drop back to Emplava, because Emplava, Craigie, DJ Phil, all within a couple of seconds of each other. Monkey Boy's had another problem, it looks like.
Yeah, Craig was giving a few love taps to Emplava and saying, well, this is what touring cars is.
Yeah. Fury currently doing all right in P4 at the moment. Bit of a quiet race for him in this one.
Ooh.
But I'm sure Fury will take... Oh, DJ Phil trying to sling it through turn one. Now, Jay's just dropped off the back of Cobb and he's within about 4 or 5 tenths of Gary now. But look at this battle. Craigie and Emplava.
Yeah. Say about... say to Emplava, welcome to touring cars, but... in the Fantasy Touring Car League, somehow he's
leading it. He's leading the way. 17 people watching, 13 likes. Guys, girls, hit that thumbs up button. Craig goes for a lovely lunge. Sooty will be impressed with that one. And job done. Good manoeuvre from Craigie. And Emplava's got to wake up earlier than that to defend in the touring cars here. Is this Nick the Villa about to pass Welshie on the track? I do believe next time around he'll get Welshie done.
Well, she's on his way out the pits.
So maybe he won't get Welshie done then. But the battle between Jay and Gary... Jay, in fact, tell you what, Phil's coming into this fight here.
I think Emplava went for a move. I think there was a bit of contact there, but Craig's managed to keep the position. Emplava trying to go back to the position. There's a bit...
Phil very wide there.
Between Cobb and Jay, the gap's gone up to about 7 tenths of a second, 8 tenths.
He's got 6 tenths back to Gary, 1-3-1. So Gary trying to make a late charge, a minute and a half left as Jay got very close to Cobb coming through Paddock Hill, but not close enough as Cobb then just extends that gap a little bit more back to what it was. And Jay here seems to be the best, the bravest of the late breakers and try and get it sent up the inside, but can't do it. Gary just hasn't got enough to get on the podium, to get on that top step of the podium. Just can't. He's running out of time. Fury lapping well, but is 8 seconds off the lead, so he's kind of fighting that place there. Dan's gaining on the back of Bryn as Jay in fact Dan's done Bryn, so has Bryn made a mistake?
I think he has, looking at that.
Yeah, 51 seconds. I mean, look, Bryn 8th place, a pair of 8 places for Bryn. Oh, he's touched the grass. Oh, well saved. Well saved.
That reminds me of Play 2009 race 3, Johnny Adam tapping him on the rear, and he managed to save that. I think that was that save I saw from Jason Plato all those years ago. That's probably the best save I've ever seen.
Didn't save it down the crane of curves, did he, though? That's my fact for next week. You'll have to watch that one. Delore in the chat, TC with the love heart eyes. He says 20 people watching, 15 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the bell to be notified, and hit that subscribe button as well. Gary has made a mistake. Was just about to say that he's dropped well off the back of Jay. And now then, we're going to get one final lap in here, and Cobb's got one more chance to attack. Jay's got one more chance to attack Cobb, but Cobb banking some good points after a dismal first race, as is Gary. That is Bryn just in front. There will be a lap down in it, probably. Nah, he might not actually. No, he might not.
Might not.
But Jay, within 4 tenths of a second now of Cobb, is as close as he's been all race. Emplava trying to get past DJ Phil. He's lost out to Phil somewhere. Jay, Monkey Boy's well off, but Welsh is over a minute behind. Nick the Villa is parked up.
Yeah,
Let's get back to Jay. Where's Jay? They're coming to the line, aren't they? They're coming to the end of the lap.
Yeah, coming to the end of the lap.
Jay is as close as he's been all race on Cobb. Bit of a tap nearly on the rear. They both managed to keep it going. Who gets the best run out of clearways through the Clark curve? And for the final time tonight, it looks like it could be Cobb, who's going to take his first win at Simplay Motorsport and a first win in the touring cars, with Jay coming home in second, Gary in third place. It's then going to be Fury to cross the line. Good points for Fury. Consistent driving is what you need, and Fury's doing just that. Smoky Devil's going to be fifth. There's a gaggle of cars. Is that the DJ Phil battle just coming towards the line? It is. So that's going to be Craig E finishing 9th, with DJ Phil in 10th. And then Emplava in 11th place. Back to Smoky Devil.
Comes across the line for 5th place.
P5 for Smokey then. That's John Boy for a P6. Good points for them.
Coming across the line.
Welshie for a 13th. Unorthodox will come home for a P7. Not the second race he'd have wanted. Bryn, good set of points tonight for Bryn. He's took 2 8 places tonight, so that's not bad for him. Nick the Villa comes home in a P14, with Monkey Boy coming home in a P12. The fastest lap of the race, 47.220 from Cobb, 47 dead from Gary.
Yeah, 47 dead from Gary.
47 dead from Gary 131. Get Gary, Cobb and Jay in the chat. The tables then are as follows. Don't forget, no Constructors' Championship in this one. This is all just independent driving. The Drivers' Championship looks like this, and it's Fury who leads the way. 9 points clear of Cobb, with Unorthodox down in P3. Jay sits in 4th on 27 points. Smoky Devil in P5 on 26. John Boy on 23 in P6. Gary in 18 points in P7. Bryn down in 8th place on 16 points. That's not bad for Bryn. He's ahead of Emplava, who's 9th. Welshie is 10th with Lucas Roth 11th. DJ Phil in 12th. Craig E down in 13th place with Monkey Boy 14th. Nick the Villa in 15th, and Mazda 16th place, who hasn't yet been here. Well done, Welshie, in the chat, says Smithy. And we are, I think, just waiting for Gary to get in. But let me just tell you what's coming up this week. Then tomorrow night, me and Dan will be bringing you live commentary of the GT3s as they head for their first round of Season 5, the Sakito Suzuka track. The Pro-Ams. Can the newbies do anything that we've seen from these guys tonight, or will it be the familiar faces at the front once again? Join Jamie and Dan live on Thursday night for the Pro Series around Sakito as well, and we'll be back on Sunday 7 p.m. for the Formula 1 at Monza. The touring cars will be heading to my home circuit at Donington Park next week, and we'll start with Gary 131, who's just got in the chat. Gary, a P3 after a dismal first race, but that was a race where you just didn't have enough to get past Jay and Cobb.
Tell you, Matt, this is going to be a close championship this season.
Back in the BMW, that's got to be nice to feel that car again.
Oh, it's lovely. It still drives how I remember as well. I'm still getting used to this wheel as well, so I'm sure there's a little bit more to come. And like I said, on default setup, I can't ask for much more really. 3rd place tonight after a poor race 1. Gives you confidence going into Thursday? Oh, definitely. I had the pace in the first one. Like I said, unlucky with the disconnection, but I felt comfortable in the car. So let's see what we do on Thursday. Be in the lead BMW tonight. Is there a race win in this season? 100% yes. Next week, both races. I'll hold you to that one. Donington Park. Gary, great racing tonight. Unlucky for race 1, but well done race 2, buddy. Cheers, mate. Well done, Jay. Well done, Cobb. Superb racing.
Cheers, mate.
And we got Jay in the chat as well, and he was telling me before we came on air, he's a bit of a Plato fan. And Jay, that was a decent night's worth of points for yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say the first race was. It was a bit of a disaster, but yeah, the second race sort of came to me. Done a few little changes. You look like you was gaining on Cobb towards them final couple of laps there. Just didn't have enough to just get past him. My tyres just kept going off. Every time I kept getting close, tyres just kept going off, and that was it. Just couldn't get by. Going forward to Donington Park next week, though, what can we do there? Win. Right. Yeah, that's my favourite circuit. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there next week, buddy. Well done tonight as well, and look forward to seeing you out there next week. Cheers, mate. We've got Cobb in as well, and Cobb, not the race 1 you'd have wanted again, same as Jay and Gary, but a win race 2.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of a nightmare race 1, but it was nice to come back to race 2 and get a win. But I feel a bit unlucky for Gary because obviously he had a bit of trouble, didn't he? He sort of lost the back end, and I managed to get past him, and then obviously I thought I might get away from Jay, but yeah, really happy with race 2. It's going to be a lot of pressure, so. It's going to be a close season this year. You've got Dan and Fury in there. You've got U3 who's on the podium. You've also got Nick the Villa and a few others. When Mazda turns up, we'll have to see what he can do. This is going to be one tough championship to win. It is, exactly, and it's something to look forward to. Not only to be part of, but to watch as well. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I've raced with some of these guys before, and I know that they've all got good pedigree and they're all good quality. So I'm looking forward to it. Donington Park next week. What can you do around there? Oh, wow. I enjoy Donington Park, but let's just wait and see till Donington Park. I'll just do my best. well done tonight, buddy. And we can't wait to see you next week. Jamie. Well done to Gary and Jay as well, mate. So, yeah. Well said. Jamie, final thoughts from tonight, and are we looking forward to the rest of the week ahead?
Oh yeah, well, looking forward to the rest of the week ahead. Yeah, so brilliant open night to touring cars, fantastic racing, and yeah, we've got a brilliant championship on our hands, and hopefully the rest of the season is just going to be the same as this.
Indeed, it is. What a championship we have on our hands. A brand new winner in Cobb. And I tell you what, there's about 7 or 8 guys in this that could nick race wins off each other, and it could be a fantastic season. Join us tomorrow night, like I said, 8 p.m. BST, live for the Pro-Am around Sakito, or Suzuka as we all know it. But from me and Jamie and the rest of the Simplay Motorsport family, take care. Good night.
Good night.
That was some cracking racing tonight.
Yeah. Brilliant racing.
That was some of the best stuff you could have asked for, really. That was fantastic.
So you say nothing against the GT3s, but there's more action in that. I think those 2 races than.
But that's what it's like, GT racing and touring cars in real life, isn't it? There's more action.
Yeah, there's more action in the touring cars because you can smash them about a bit more.
Sprint races, isn't it, as well? Sprint races. You know, 20 minutes non-stop, no pit stops, and on tracks like the British tracks.
Yeah, like say Brands Indy as well, where it's just so tight, so close.
Well, you look at when they come to lap them.
Yeah, say that. Yeah, so like you're gonna go to Snetterton, you're probably not going to get a lot of cars being lapped.
Because of the length of it.
Because of the length of it. Are we doing Silverstone? Which Silverstone are we doing?
Classic and National.
Yeah, say those 2. It's going to be quite close because it's a small circuit.
Yeah, you get to like Alton might be close, but it's tight as well. So you know you're going to get a lot of action around there.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of classic touring car moves, just like a little punt from behind.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think this year, and as we've seen already, that 100 litres, I know they had a bit of damage as well, but Fury got away with damage and only finished 4th and wasn't really near the front lot.
He didn't really, he never really had the pace, the proper pace to catch up. He was on their pace, but he never
had anything to catch them, did he?
No.
So this year could be an absolute fucking, just the minute someone takes a race win and then has to put that 100 litres in, it could be something. Oh, massively. I think this is one of the best rules we've brought in.
Yeah.
And I think the no pit stop stuff.
Oh yeah, no pit stop stuff. Again, if we
can you hear me by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep, sweet.
If we were doing it again, say for the following season, I would say you got to use that fuel in qualifying because it would mix qualifying.
Well, I'm going to speak with Dan and just double check, but yeah, I agree.
If we do it again, I don't want to change all things now, and again, if we do it for if we do touring cars for a second season, then I'd say how the ballast goes. Person who finishes first gets 100 litres and then work it backwards.
Yeah. Dan, so for qualifying next week, everybody's normal fuel, yeah?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Right.
I think that worked quite well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just saying that.
Including
tonight.
Including my fucking damage.
Well, we were just saying that we know that you smoking John Boy had damage, but Fury didn't, but still didn't manage to catch the top 4.
No. I mean, me and Smokey and John Boy, I think we were I think we were 4/10 off. We were 4/10 off Fury's pace, and he was still 4/10 off the leader's pace.
Yeah.
So we had damage. I don't know. Obviously, Smokey being in the Renault might have been able to hold it a little bit better, but my Astra was horrendous. My fucking I couldn't. I was just matching John Boy. I couldn't catch him, and I think John Boy was matching Smokey. So the ballast works really well.